Hello YouTube, hello sports fans, and today I will be discussing a lot of things, but the main topic today is what kind of sports fan are you? Now, let me explain what I mean by that. Like what kind of sports fan are you? What do you mean? I like sports. What else do I need to say? Well, there's a lot of different people out there who like sports, you know? Some people are hardcore sports fans, meaning they they follow every team, you know? They know who's good and who's not good. They know everybody. They watch all the games, and they're just hardcore. And some people, they only like one team, their favorite team, and they only follow up on that one team. And they only watch that team, and they don't watch anybody else. And then some people just watch, some here and there. They only really know the standings, what team's good and who's not. They don't really know all the players. But that brings me back to the question of what kind of sports fan are you? I myself, I've always been an Indians fan my whole life, but just recently I have liked the Cardinals because I really like what they're doing, and I just like them. They may not be good right now, but that doesn't matter, Call me a bandwagon if you want. I don't really care. But, yeah. I myself don't really like the team, honestly. I just like players, honestly. I like a lot of players from the Cardinals. I pretty much know everybody from the Indians, but, it's a different story. I really follow up on the Indians, but I just really like the players myself. That's the kind of sports fan I am. I don't really care about the teams. I just care about my favorite players. Now, if you ask me, Caleb, what team do you like? I'd say, well, I like the Indians, I like the Cardinals, I like a lot of different teams, They're like, you like a lot of teams? What kind of sports fan does that, You're supposed to only like one or a couple teams. It's a competitive sport, and if you like all the teams, then where's the fun in that? What kind of fan are you? And, so, I myself only really like the players, like I said. I like players from the Cardinals, I like players from the Indians, and I like two players from this team, two players from this team, a player from this team. I don't really care about the teams. Like I said, I really only like the players. So what kind of sports fan are you? Excuse me. And another thing I want to talk about is what my channel's all about, because my channel has been kind of all over the place, and this video has been kind of short, so this gives me a chance to kind of introduce myself, I guess. So if you were only here for the sports, then you can just click off. And if you haven't clicked off already, then stay tuned, because now my channel was originally supposed to be a gaming channel, but recently I've really been a big fan of baseball and basketball, a tiny bit of football, but I've just been really big on sports lately. And yeah, that's why it gave me the motivation to make this video. And, this past year, I've been nothing but sports, really. I'm still a gamer or whatever, but it's just been sports. And, so I myself, I don't know, I might go back to gaming, but mainly I want this channel to be like sports news. Now, if you don't know what I mean by that, I mean like, I'm just gonna tell you, how things are doing, how things are going in the sports world. Now, I'll tell you how the teams are doing, how the players are doing, what kind of spots the teams are in. Like, oh, the Diamondbacks might not make the playoffs. If the Diamondbacks win and the Royals lose, then they'll make the playoffs. Or, I'll just give you a kind of rundown of every team, all the players, and sports. So I know this video is kind of all over the place, and that's because I'm fairly new at this, and I haven't really rehearsed this. I kind of just, press record and just went with the flow. I think that's a very interesting topic, though, of what kind of sports fan are you? So feel free to just go at it in the comments and just tell me, what kind of sports fan are you? Do you like the players? Do you like teams? Do you like one certain team? Are you a bandwagoner? You can tell me. You can tell me what sports you really like or whatever, and yeah, that's pretty much that's pretty much the video. But the last thing, I know this video isn't very good quality, visually and audio wise, because, well, I'm a fairly new YouTuber, and I'm not provided with good quality, good audio. I just don't have access to those things. So I'm recording on an iPhone right now, and it's the best thing I got. I don't really have money, so, if you can deal with that, then please stick around. And if you thought this was interesting, then please, hit a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to. This is kind of like the Chris Smoove of sports, I guess you could say, where it's like a news channel, but just sports. What's going on in the sports world, basically. I'm just gonna tell you a lot of different stuff about sports, basically. Yeah, that's my channel, and yeah, that's pretty much the long and the short of this video. I think I've covered everything, and there's one more thing. A little someone told me that if you hit that like button, your team's gonna win it all. So, if you're a Royals fan, then if you hit that like button, chances are they're gonna win the World Series. Totally kidding, but seriously though, if you enjoy this, hit the like button, and peace.